We are currently in the Seco lab doing some undercar repairs and 27-point inspections, and we have one of our valued customers here. Her husband states that she drives this truck kind of hard, but she says otherwise. So we don't really want to get into the middle of that discussion, but I have Adam Fisher and Mike Roberts that are going to let you know what they found with this vehicle.
We had a 2014 Silverado in for a brake concern. Found that they were grinding in the back end while we were test driving it, and we're bringing it into the shop to inspect.
So we pulled the truck into the shop, put it on the lift, and then took off all 4 of the tires and inspected all of the brakes. The back brakes were metal to metal, and the rear left caliper was seized.
Well, it seemed to me that Adam and Mike have this thing pretty figured out. The left rear caliper is totally seized. The bracket pins, slider pins, were rusted in place and would not move. And we had a lot of uneven wear on the brake pads, even the ones that didn't go metal to metal. So we are definitely going to go forward with brake pads. And the rotor condition, as you can see in the pictures, is very, very poor. And the pad was not even contacting most parts of these rotors. Adam and Mike are doing this repair now. It is not enough to just replace the brakes. We have to make sure that we're servicing these correctly. So what you're going to see them do is do a very thorough job in cleaning all the hub surfaces so the new rotors have a nice, flat, clean place to mate so we don't have any lateral runout. They're also going to clean up the existing brackets that we're going to reuse in the front and make sure that they are nice and clean and lubricated so the clips can clip into place with no obstructions. Adam and Mike are also going to apply Castle Squeal-X brake silencer to the new brake pads, and this actually goes on the friction surface of the pads. You spray it on pretty liberally and you allow this to dry. It has to be dry before these pads are reassembled. This is to help stop squeal that may happen with new brakes. And here are some of the new components that we chose for this vehicle. We are using very high quality Napa brake components that are polymer coated rotors, and their painted assembled calipers as well as their premium brake pads. And here you can see the difference between new and old, and our polymer rotors on our rear with new calipers all bled, and our polymer rotors on the front with our premium pads. And we had the brackets removed from the front, thoroughly cleaned, new hardware installed. The pins were freed up and cleaned and lubricated and assembled with silicone grease for brake components. Okay, and it seems like everything is all set. We bled the rear brakes well, made sure there's no air in there, and cleaned everything. We torqued the brackets and the calipers to specs, as well as the wheels. We road tested this, and it stops great. Make sure you refer to service information anytime you're doing any of this, and be safe.